Call me, 1-877-JVM says, 1-877-586-7297. And we have an incredible panel in the Lion's Den tonight, including former FBI agent and host of Deadly Women on Investigation Discovery, Candace DeLong, and radio show host Mo Ivory, and many others. But first, let's go to Bakersfield. We have a live picture now of the jail. Leslie Chance could leave this jail facility at any moment. You are looking at a live picture. Joining me from Los Angeles, CNN correspondent Stephanie Elam with the breaking news on an unbelievable about-face. Stephanie, what you got?
This is so true, Jane. This is a case where we were waiting for her to be arraigned today so we could hear what her plea was. Instead, what we found out from the DA is that they are not going to press formal charges against her. Instead, the DA has taken her file and given it back to the Kern County Sheriff and has asked them to do further investigating on this case. What that means for Leslie Chance is that now, with no formal charges against her, she's free to go. At some point this evening, it could be any minute now. It could be later on tonight, more likely. She is going to go free because there's nothing against her. Keep in mind that her husband's funeral is set for tomorrow as well.
Well, if she's released, which she should be any second now, she'll be able to attend her husband's funeral. Straight out to the Lion's Den. Let's go to our incredible panel right now. I got to get reaction to this because this is a mind blower. Oh my gosh, Mo Ivory. I mean, what the heck?
Jane, I am saying the same thing. I'm split. She's either the smartest killer that we have seen, or she is being, set up to fall for a murder that she did not commit. But I mean, I'm curious.
Not split.
I'm curious.
Actually,
wait. Is she going to go to the funeral tomorrow? I'm really interested to find out if she will end up going to the funeral tomorrow, because I think that will be very telling. But I just don't know what to make of it. Listen, you never know who you're sitting next to.
What appeared to be an open and shut
only one
case
reason why
clearly
she
is
was
not
let out,
happening.
Jane.
It's not even close. What appeared to be an open and shut case, clearly it's not even close. Right. What this shows to me is that clearly the DA has some doubts in their mind, and there's a lot of questions that need to be asked and answered for us to make a determination.
There's one reason why she was let
determination. But let me finish. There's a difference between probable cause and proof beyond a reasonable doubt. The officers only need probable cause to make an arrest, whereas the DA needs proof.
They don't even have that in this case.
Doubt. And they have some doubts. They have some doubts based upon
Jane, this happens a lot.
Guys, I gotta bring you back down to planet Earth for a second because
got those fingerprints off the gun.
Yeah, I just
but what's
wonder
astounding about this case, but Jane, what's astounding about this case is that it's not like a Jodi Arias type of situation. I don't anticipate people coming forward and saying that this woman is 2 pedals short of a bicycle or that she's some psycho lady that had a stalking tendency. I mean, we're talking about people who are saying that she's like Mother Teresa.
Yeah, but you never know what goes on inside of a marriage.
I know. I understand you never can know. I understand that. You never know what could go on. But let's talk about motive. And I understand motive is not necessary in a criminal prosecution, but it certainly helps, especially if her whole community is rallying behind her and her students are saying what type of person she is. No complaints, no criminal history, no violence, no debt.
I think this case is going to turn on forensic evidence.
Well, speaking of motive, but Anna Yum, criminal defense attorney, something about this doesn't smell right to me. Usually, in these cases, when we do a background check, we find some kind of problem. Domestic violence, a call to 911, a drama-filled home, something, debt. There's nothing there. And there was nothing. And she's been at this school district for 16 years.
I hear you, Jane, and she's been married to the same man for 17 years. Now, I think it's a mistake to automatically assume that she's off the hook, because clearly what the DA is doing right now is they're saying, listen, at this point in time, we just don't have enough in our investigation to be able to say to a jury that I can convict her beyond a reasonable doubt. And that's not to say that that won't change in the future. In fact, I handled a gang murder case where my client was released pending 48 hours because he wasn't seen by a magistrate, but later on they filed charges, and that's something that they might do. Now, they're probably scratching their heads based upon what you said. I mean, she seems like this pristine woman with a pure reputation, and like I said before, so many people are supporting her. But pending investigation, we'll come to see what the forensics are, and your other guest mentioned it, and I completely agree with him.
I mean, if you look at the
cases where they think they know who did it, but they don't have enough to bring up a case. That's what it is. If they thought it was someone else, they would come out and say so.
That doesn't mean that it can't be somebody else. When you say they don't know who did it, it doesn't mean it's her. It could be somebody else.
I'm not saying what really happened. I'm saying what they're thinking.
Order in the non-court.
Let's think about
Anna
this.
Young, criminal defense attorney. Go for it.
Well, I think the DA obviously is making a very calculated decision in delaying this investigation because they don't want to make a rash decision. Jane, we're talking about first-degree murder, right? Murder with premeditation and deliberation, 25 to life. And then here in California, there's a gun enhancement. If you kill someone and you use a gun, it's called, in our line of work, it's called use a gun and you're done. That's another 25 to life. So clearly they want to make sure that they look at everything before they make a filing decision that could affect her life.
You're giving them too much credit. No way.
Not mean that
Come
on. Third person.
Well, look,
hey, John Lieberman,
they don't have.
doesn't she have a lawsuit?
They don't have the evidence, and that's the bottom line.
Person.
Absolutely,
I'm talking
that's exactly right.
lawsuit.